Hey guys, welcome to another video. Welcome to my review for the movie Vengeance. I finally saw this movie very late. I missed it in theaters, finally caught it and streamed it. Everyone's telling me to check this movie out. It's a really good film. I've always was curious about it, but I don't know, just didn't know what to expect going into it. And after watching it, I didn't expect it to love it this much. And also to call it my favorite film of the year so far. Like, yes, I think this movie, Vengeance, is a brilliant film. Absolutely brilliant. I loved every second of it. I think BJ Novak, as a directorial debut, this is a killer debut. I think he wrote, directed, and starred this movie brilliantly. He was always great in, like, The Office and stuff. It's cool to see him, like, get his own footing and make his own work and stuff. And if this is what he has to offer us, I'm excited for his next work. This movie was incredibly good. I loved everything about it. I loved that this is like a dark comedy, but also like a mystery thriller. It works in all of its genres. It's funny. It's thrilling sometimes. There's a twist I didn't see coming. It's got great characters, great performances, a great score. It kept me captivated from start to finish. And by the time the movie ended, I absolutely loved the film. Easily my favorite film of the year. Easily. It's so fucking good. The story of this movie is literally just about this guy. He's like a writer. He like does podcasts and stuff. And he gets a phone call from this family that their daughter has died, and it's a girl that he hooked up with. And his family believes that he is her boyfriend, but he's just some guy that she hooked up with. But he goes to Texas to the funeral, and her brother, played by Boyd Holbrook, he says that she has been murdered, and he wants his help to solve the murder. And VJ Novak's character, Ben, wants to help because he thinks this is a good story for his podcast. He wants to interview the whole family. He wants to interview all these people in Texas and this like redneck town and learn about their everyday lives and find out why they think the daughter has been killed and stuff. And the more and more he learns about these people, he actually gets like, friendly with them and actually enjoys their company and almost becomes like part of their family and stuff. And it's interesting because the whole movie's about like not judging a book by its cover because he always thought of like redneck Texans as a certain way, but then when he gets to learn who the people are inside, he learns so much more about them and stuff, and he meets all these interesting people who are super fucking weird and super hilarious, and just the movie is funny as hell. It's such a funny movie. I was laughing consistently through this whole movie because it's just the conversations and the situations this character's going through is very funny. I love BJ Novak's character, Ben. I think he's a very likable character who has a really great character arc by the end of the film. I won't spoil the ending, but it's a really good arc for his character, and I really loved it. I loved Boyd Holbrook as the older brother. I love that he's just like this like crazy cowboy redneck, and he is super funny. He's one of the funniest characters in this film. I love the actresses that play the sisters and the actress that plays the mom. The biggest standout, I am blown away by this. Absolutely blown away. Because this is an actor I can't stand. But Ashton Kutcher in this movie is incredible. Absolutely career best right here. He was amazing in this film. This is one of the best performances I've ever seen him given anything. He plays my favorite character in any movie this year. He is not like a fully likable character, but I love his character so much. I love how insightful he is. Every conversation he talks with Ben is fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. I love everything that he has to say about the world and politics and just about people and music. It's amazing, and this because the script is just so good. But Ashton Kutcher plays the role so well. I loved his performance. It was at times very subdued, but then at times he gets a little flashy with it, and it just works. He is amazing in this film. I'm blown away because I never thought Ashton Kutcher would ever give a good performance in anything. I never liked him. I always thought he was a little just annoying because I always think of him as like Kelso from That 70s Show and just all these shitty movies, and I just never liked him. But he was great in this film, and I'm blown away. I was floored. Like when he first came on screen, I didn't even know it was him, and then I'm like, wow, this is different. And then as like He's only like two scenes, but like they're the best scenes in the whole movie. He is I cannot praise his performance enough. I loved it. And another thing, the biggest praise is BJ Novak and his writing. The script is so solid. It's so good. It's such a interesting story with such great characters, great dialogue, and just it's such a well told story. And it's so interesting. And I love how dark the comedy gets. And I love I don't laugh in a lot of movies nowadays because movies just aren't funny. And I was laughing so much, and just I was having such a good time with this movie, with these characters, and just I loved it so much. And just I turned my critical brain off and just had fun and enjoyed the movie. And that's what I want from all movies. Like, if the movie does something really dumb and stuff, my critical brain turns on and I just start nitpicking the shit out of everything that's going on. This one was just like when I watched Top Gun Maverick. I was just having so much fun with it. My critical brain turned off and I had fun with the movie. And that's what makes the perfect movie for me. If the movie is just so enjoyable and just hits me in a certain way, the critic in me just goes away, and just the fun film loving fanboy comes in and just has fun with the film. And just I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I didn't have a single issue with this movie, Vengeance. And if you have not checked this movie out yet, if you didn't check it out in theaters, check it out on streaming, rent it or something, buy the Blu-ray, I don't care. Check it out. Easily for me, the best film I saw this entire year. That's right. Vengeance gets a 10 out of 10 for me. I'm fucking doing it. It's good to say that number. I rip so many movies apart nowadays. I'm finally glad to talk about a movie I actually loved and actually cared about, and I actually am excited to watch it again. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you've seen the movie Vengeance, and what is your favorite piece of work that you've seen BJ Novak has done. I know a lot of people probably said The Office, which is fine. Let me know. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.